Hello, it's your editor Kim, and you may notice that this week's editing is a little bit lackluster, and that's on me because sometimes you find yourself on a Tuesday night after a hectic week, time just having slipped away from you, and you are stuck choosing between editing a podcast or just going to sleep. And if you know me, I'm a big fan of sleep. So this week's editing might not be up to par, especially if you're watching on YouTube. You might notice that I don't have a lot of the normal visual bits and bobs I usually try to add. And for all that, I'm sorry. Hopefully next week we'll be up again. But for now, I'm sorry. I'm so tired, guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of Grim Scenarios. I am your host, Milk, here as always with your other host, Emma. Hello, Emma.
17 episodes since I swore to fire you, Milk.
I mean, I think you could replace me pretty easily. Surely I'm eminently replaceable.
How you doing tonight?
You know what? I'm doing good. I'm excited because we're going back to basics tonight. We're gonna take another look back at Trouble Brewing. We've been doing a lot of advanced scripts. We've been doing a lot of complex characters, complicated interactions, and I thought it would be fun, and I know you agreed with me because we talked about it, to go back and do some nice grim reading, kind of how we started out at the beginning, but also to talk on a more fundamental level about the game so that newer players can kind of listen to this and maybe learn a little bit about some of the characters and really some of the pitfalls, some of the traps that players fall into as they're starting out playing Trouble Brewing, which I think we both agree, is the most balanced of the scripts.
Certainly the best of them, and the most balanced.
Yeah.
No, it's gone pretty well for me too. I'm really excited to come back to Trouble Brewing. I'm obviously here in my home office, wearing the same clothes as we were wearing last week.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only own one shirt.
Clearly not on vacation. It's just an objective truth.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right. You're definitely here. Oh, and it's probably Wednesday. We didn't even talk about it being Wednesday.
Yeah, nor did we talk about it Wednesday in the episode we just shot. Also this Wednesday. Wait, no, that didn't happen.
Wait, Emma, do you realize what's happening here? It's actually Wednesday.
It is actually
It's actually Wednesday.
We're recording this on Wednesday. I mean, we're shooting this live on Wednesday like we always do, and it actually is. Amazing. Anyway, Milk, what sort of nonsense have you set up in this Trouble Brewing?
Well, Emma, I thought we would take a look at I think it's probably considered one of the most powerful characters on Trouble Brewing, at least for the good team. And
you wrote a butler scenario?
Not yet. I think the audience, of course, can already see that you're going to be playing the fortune teller.
Oh, I thought you said powerful.
Oh, of course. The fortune teller has a very interesting ability, one that is super good at probably finding the demon.
Yeah, it certainly can find the demon. The problem is that for the fortune teller's demon finders, it picks 2 players at once. And up to 3 people in the Grim can register as the demon. Plus, you can be poisoned, so even more can register as the demon. Plus, the demon can move. Plus, if you don't get yourself killed at night, at some point, people are going to say, "Hey, why is there a fortune teller alive? That's odd." So if you can get past those 6 pitfalls and get some clear and powerful and clear information, yeah, the fortune teller can be okay.
You might be able to find a demon. Maybe, possibly. I guess we'll see, huh?
Yeah, mostly my goal as a fortune teller is to eliminate demon candidates.
That seems fair. Getting a no can be just as powerful as a yes in that case.
No, it can be more powerful.
How so?
It's objectively more powerful. Because a yes can mean one of three things. It can mean you hit the recluse on one of these two people, it means you hit your red herring on one of these two people, and it means you hit the demon on one of these two people. And that's all very annoying. Like, it's not like it gives you, cool, here's 6 demon candidates, maybe. A no gets you 2 people who aren't the demon. It's much easier information, it's more straightforward information, it's more useful information. If I can get a bunch of no's, I'm more likely to hit on the demon with a nomination than I am if I get a yes. Yes is sort of, whatever. Boring, unfortunate, disappointing. Makes me glare a little bit at the storyteller.
Okay.
No. Now we're singing.
Alright. Interesting. So, with that in mind, are there any tips you can give to newer players about what they should think about when they see that they've spun up the fortune teller token?
Sure. So, 2 things to think about is, one, first of all, like, how does your group sort of work on a meta level? Publicly claiming the fortune teller is going to do one of 2 things. It's going to get you poison locked. It's going to get you 3 things, really. It's going to get you poison locked. It's going to get you murdered quickly. It's going to get you sussed as a demon candidate. Those are the 3 paths of the fortune teller. Which way fortune teller? 2, a fortune teller. So you need to decide whether you're going to try to hide behind some other role. Now, if you just claim Raven Keeper, a lot of demons are going to read that as probably the fortune teller, undertaker, or empath. Let's poison them, not kill them. So you need to figure out a way to hide that you're the fortune teller, but also get your fortune teller information out, and that's a little tricky. We haven't talked. I don't know if we've talked about this explicitly.
I don't think we have.
But some people who have watched me on stream sometimes will notice that I'll sometimes just, literally ask everyone I talk to roll swap, and just trade them the information I've most recently received, the claim I've most recently received. And people might be like, oh, that's just Emma being stupid, doing Emma stuff. But it's not. Like, I am just trying to share information around town in a way that's going to make it difficult for the evil team to know where the information's coming from and who to poison and kill. Because I don't really care if people think I'm the fortune teller as long as they're hearing my fortune teller information. I don't really care if people think I'm the investigator as long as they're hearing my investigative information. I don't really care. And if an evil player is giving me fake investigator pings, they're going to be comfortable giving those fake investigator pings out. I'm happy to trade with them and try to get them to give my real fortune teller pings out while I give their fake investigator pings out. Because,
why not?
If they change my fortune teller pings, I've got a little liar.
That's right.
And if they don't, and if they were going to give out those fake pings anyway. So I'm always looking on a script like TB, where the poisoner and the poisoner see and stuff like that. I'm always looking to approach things in a way that's going to make it hard for the evil team to source information, but get good information out there. So just do a roll swap. With roles like the fortune teller, just trade your information. If you run into a dead end, someone who refuses to do a 1-for-1 roll swap with you, just talk to the next person, go back to being a fortune teller, and restart the thing.
Great advice.
Because that's what your goal is. Your goal is to get your information out without making it easy for the evil team to corrupt.
I think something that newer players or players who watch streams a lot often run into, I see it in games pretty regularly, is thinking that you can just lie about your role and just keep lying about your role and just keep gathering information for yourself. But town can only win if you combine your information with other people, which makes getting your information out almost as important, maybe more important, than getting the information from other people yourself.
Yeah, and I also sometimes get pushback when I'm trying to roll swap people being like, I don't really see the advantageousness of doing that particular swap. What's the big deal? Like, I don't see what helps a soldier by claiming Butler. I don't see what helps a monk by claiming Slayer. And it's not, like, if your roll swaps are predictable, if every time you draw the Fortune Teller, you claim Ravenkeeper, if every time you draw the Mayor token, you claim Empath, if every time you draw the Washerwoman token, you claim Spy, the evil team is going to know what these roll swaps mean if they're people you play with repeatedly.
Yeah, especially if you play with the same people consistently, right?
Your roll swaps should be random. So if you don't want a roll swap, that's your choice. I'm not telling you how to play, but I am saying
consider it.
If you tell me you don't want to trade information and rolls and pass on each other's information and roll to the next person we talk to, that's fine. But don't give me a dumb reason like, well, I don't think a Ravencleaver benefits from claiming Virgin. Yeah, sure. What does a Ravenkeeper benefit from claiming? It's not Fortune Teller. It's not Empath. It's not Undertaker. Most demons are going to read that as you doing a Ravenkeeper. Bluffing as Fortune Teller, Empath, or Ravenkeeper, or Undertaker. Because you think the demon's going to want to kill those.
Yeah, crucially, right, it's just as tricky for a Ravenkeeper to claim powerful rolls as it is for powerful rolls to claim Ravenkeeper, right? It goes both ways. So mixing up what you claim, often by trading rolls with somebody else so that you're actually getting your information out there, can be more beneficial than just straight up lying.
Yeah, back when we did episode 1 of this show, I pushed heavily my theory of pop Ravenkeepers as quickly as possible, and we talked about how the person loudly claiming to be Fortune Teller in town was probably the Ravenkeeper. I killed them, and I scored myself 50 points for that, because I accomplished my goal of killing Ravenkeepers on night 2, when they have the least chance of picking me.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah, and I've seen more people intentionally popping Ravenkeepers recently, which I love to see. You love to see Ravenkeepers intentionally getting popped early.
Yeah, it's nice to see the ability happening. Even if it doesn't hit the evil team.
It's nice to see the ability happening, and it's nice to see the people not having to deal with what do I do about killing this clearly good Ravenkeeper on Final 5.
Yeah, because that's the worst part of the story.
So, I just want to remind you all about this. Your roll swaps, if you loudly claim Fortune Teller to me, you're not going to get that powerful Night 5 alive Ravenkeeper. You're going to get popped early. It's not going to matter. If you make yourself look like a Ravenkeeper, I'm going to kill you quickly. You want to make yourself look like something that I'm like, I don't really know what to do with that. Let's kill them.
Yep.
Well, let's not kill them. Let's leave them be.
That sounds about right, Emma. Why don't we go out to the Grim and let's get this game started? All right, Emma, it's night 1. You've drawn the Fortune Teller token. Please select 2 players.
So sometimes I see some people do things where they pick their neighbors, and the point of that is to simulate being an empath, because why would a Fortune Teller bluff empath? It's interesting. But the problem is, if you pick your neighbors, and you get information on your neighbors, you just look like either an empath or a Fortune Teller bluffing empath. So, it's not really my style. I'm just going to pick randomly. So, looks like seat 5. And seat 10.
You pick seat 5 and seat 10, Emma, and you learn no, neither of them is the demon. I am going to mark this on the Grim for the folks at home.
Beautiful. What you love to see. Seat 5 and seat 10 are not the demon. Don't have to kill them.
Yep, seat 1 and seat 5 are not the demon. You don't have to kill them.
Seat 5 and seat 10.
Seat 5 and seat 10, excuse me. Seat 5 and seat 10 are not the demon. They are good players.
Or minions.
And that's a crucial thing about the Fortune Teller. It doesn't mean they're not evil. It just means they're not the demon right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so anyway, the rest of the night phase happens, and you wake up the following morning, and the storyteller is, as always, quite dead. Seat 8 immediately pings you for chat.
Hey, what's up, Seat 8?
Hi, Emma. I am a top 4 roll. And I would like to know how you would like to go about doing a confirmation. Now, what's a top 4 roll, Emma? Let's just get back to some real basics for our newer players.
Well, a top 4 is a washroom, a librarian, an investigator, or a chef. Now, 2 of these don't actually do confirmations.
Literally the top 4 things on the
Yeah, it's just the top 4 things. It's the night one only rolls on PB. There's exactly 4 of them. And we just sort of start calling them top 4s as a loose hand for night one only rolls.
And you were going to say something about which ones do confirmations as well.
Only the washroom and the librarian actually do confirmations. The other 2 don't.
So how do we approach someone who comes to us and asks for a confirmation as a top 4? Do we just give them our roll? Do we demand that they tell us what they saw? How do we go about it?
I say, hey, how about this? We'll do a roll swap. I'll claim washroom and you'll claim my roll.
I'm not the washerwoman, I'm the librarian.
Okay, then you didn't see me. In which case, who could I pretend to be the librarian for?
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. I saw either seat 5 or you as the saint.
Cool. Well, that's great to know. You're the fortune teller with a no on seat 5 and seat 10, so that's really powerful
A
information.
no on seat 5 and seat 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. If you can, I don't know, like let me know how my confirmation goes. I'll spread around the no on 5 and 10.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome.
Sounds great.
Okay,
all right.
To town.
Go back to town. Let's say you've got seat 10, seat 1, and let's go with seat 6.
Okay. Well, I was hoping for seat 5. This is a little bit of a bummer.
Maybe they'll be available the next time you come back to town.
Yeah, but this is gonna ruin my strategy to just roll swap him with everyone milk. You keep messing with me.
Well, it is what it is.
I'll talk to seat 6.
All right, you talk to seat 6. Hey, Emma, what's up?
How's it going with you?
I'm doing okay. I'm not really sure how to play this. I heard Milk say that you could just kind of claim this role, so I might just openly claim this role and see what happens.
Oh, what are you?
I'm the monk.
Yeah, Milk doesn't value the monk very much. He doesn't understand the benefits of getting extra executions for town, because he's a C- mechanical player.
That's true. I've heard that he's a C- mechanical player.
So, you see, the monk mostly will fail, but the rare times it succeeds, gets in town an extra execution, which is super powerful.
Right, but I think Milk says it also often makes the monk really look suspicious, and so you just end up wasting that execution on the monk.
No, not really, because because the power of the extra execution is not really worth the power of the confirmation, so a demon who refuses to kill to sell a monk bluff is probably just, you're going to find them out anyway, so,
That's all really interesting. What are you?
Oh, I'm the librarian. Hey, could we roll swap? Would you mind confirming seat 5 is the saint for me? I already talked to the other side of the thing, and they're not the saint.
Okay, so seat 5 is the saint?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's probably better for me to claim librarian than monk anyway. I already claimed monk to somebody, but,
Yeah,
probably,
no worries about it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
Alright.
Not my problem anymore. I don't need to talk to seat 5. Someone else can confirm seat 5.
Alright, that's fine. Well, you do go back to town, and you've got access to seat 9, seat 12, and seat 5.
Oh, we'll talk to seat 12.
Alright, you go over and talk to seat 12. Hi, Emma, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm the monk. Am you worth protecting?
Definitely, I'm the fortune teller.
Oh, you're the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
What's your information?
I gotta know. I'm not gonna say who I saw.
Really? That's weird.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to share it because if I tell an evil player, they would kill the people who are in the nose.
Yeah, but what's your actual role? I already talked to the fortune teller. You're not the fortune teller.
No, I'm the fortune teller. I think I'm washerwoman confirmed.
You want to roll swap seat 12?
Maybe.
Who you want to roll swap with?
I'm not gonna say that. I don't think I want to give out who the fortune teller actually is.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think we should kill you, C12.
I would prefer not to die. I'm good.
Yeah, but you're lying and you're being cagey, so if you're not gonna help us, let's kill you.
I mean, I'm happy to help, but I'm not just gonna give up the fortune teller. I mean, somebody claimed fortune teller to me, so, and I agreed to roll swap with them. So.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're not gonna share your information. What's the point of the roll swap then?
Well, they just said that they had a no on 2 players and they didn't want to give it out.
Cool. Let's kill you.
I mean, I'm not evil. I'm good.
All right.
All right, Emma. We'll give you another conversation. So that person claimed fortune teller. Let me just mark them as the fortune teller. Obviously, they are probably telling the truth. You're probably lying. Anyway, you can talk to seat 3, seat 1, seat 9, or seat 7.
Sorry, who?
Seat 3, 1, 9, or 7.
Well, we'll talk to seat 1.
Talk to seat 1. Hi, Emma. I'm the Raven Keeper. I'm the empath, not the Raven Keeper. I'm the empath. I've got a 0.
Oh, you're the Raven Keeper. Cool.
Yeah, I kind of messed that up. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, because your empath numbers are 1 because C12 is evil.
Should I give out a empath? How do you know C12's evil?
Just a vibe check, man. Just a vibe check.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually just the Raven Keeper. Sorry, I kind of messed that up.
Alright, so what do you actually... You're not the Raven Keeper?
No, I actually am the Raven Keeper. Like, that's actually what I am.
If you say so.
No, I mean, I'm really the Raven Keeper. I was gonna bluff empath. I kind of screwed it up, so.
Cool, why don't you go bluff monk instead? I'm the monk. We can roll swap.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's a great one. I'll bluff monk, and then you can claim Raven Keeper.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, sounds good. Thanks. All right, Emma. You go back to town square. Is there anyone you would like to nominate today?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate seat 12.
All right, you nominate seat 12. And what's your accusation?
Weird, cagey, liar.
Seat 12 claims to be a good player, and they claim that we're in a roll swap, but that they don't want to give out their actual roll. Yep. But this does get... do you vote on it? I assume you'll vote on it since you're nominating.
Yeah, I'll vote on it.
Yeah, so you're early in the voting. So yeah, I will say it does get 6 votes. You vote on it. Seat 5 votes on it. Seat 6 votes on it. Seat 7, 8, and 9 vote on it. Yep. So seat 12 is put on the block and marked for execution.
Sure.
There are a couple other nominations, but nothing else gets 6. And seat 12 is executed and dies. And everybody goes to sleep. All right, Emma, you've managed to get somebody killed. Who would you like to pick tonight? You get to select 2 players.
11 and 7.
11 and 7. All right. You pick 11 and 7, and you get a yes.
Bummer.
Night 2, yes. Night 2, yes. All right. And you wake up the following morning, and the player in seat 8 is dead.
Oh, lovely. Was hoping to be dead.
The player in seat 8 says, I was the fortune teller, and unfortunately, I'm dead now, so.
Cool.
Tragic. And the player in seat 12 says, yeah, I was just a recluse. I was just kind of making some stuff up. I was trying to get targeted by evil, but I guess I just came across as bad. Sorry.
Weird that they don't let an Undertaker confirm them first.
Yep, that is weird. Anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to seat 9.
Okay, you go and talk to seat 9. Hi, Emma, how's it going?
Not bad, just tending the birds.
Yep, I am kind of okay to be open with my role, I think. So you're claiming Raven Keeper?
Nah, I'm actually the fortune teller. I was in a roll swap with seat 8. Nice of them to cover, but I actually want to keep passing on my information, so can I actually roll swap with you?
Oh, sure, I'm the butler, so.
Perfect. Yeah, so you have a no on seats 5 and seats 10 and a yes on seat 7 and 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. Seat 7 is my butler master today.
That's probably fine.
Okay.
We can just kill seat 11.
Yeah, we can kill seat 11. That works for me.
Okay, cool. Let's kill seat 11.
Sure. That sounds fine.
So yeah, just tell people you have a fortune teller yes on seat 11 and someone else and see what happens.
Okay, I will do that. Thanks. And you can claim butler.
Perfect.
All right, great. All right, Emma.
Now we found a roll swap that's worth sticking to.
Of course.
Finally, a powerful information roll.
Powerful roll like butler. Excellent. All right, who do you want to talk to now?
Seat 3.
Okay, you go and talk to C3. Hi, Emma.
What's up?
I am just being honest about my role. I'm just being open about it. I don't really know what else to do with it. I'm the mayor.
Okay.
I'd like to get a mayor win. I love getting a mayor win. It's pretty hard. I know people might not trust me at the end of the game, but yeah,
I think this is a Baron game because I'm the butler and I've heard of 2 other outsiders.
Oh, okay.
Including one who's librarian confirmed. So.
Oh, a librarian confirmed outsider. That's pretty good.
Yeah, plus me, plus the dead recluse. So if the recluse is good, it's a Baron game. If the recluse is evil, it's not a Baron game, but we have a dead evil. So we win sort of either way.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of info, but if you want to send people my way, I'm just being pretty open about this.
And yeah, how about we do a slight little roll swap here so that the demon will think to bounce off. We'll try to kill you and bounce off and hit someone useless.
I've told a lot of people I'm the mayor already. Is that okay?
Yeah, all right. Well, you don't have to roll swap. It was just a funny idea.
No, I mean, I'm up for it, but I don't know. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna believe it. Like, because I've already told pretty much everybody.
That's fine.
All right. See you later.
Yep.
All right. Let's have one more chat today, Emma.
All right. We'll talk to seat 4.
Okay. You talk to seat 4. As you're kind of in the town square, seat 6 kind of says, "Oh, hey Emma, I checked that thing. You were right."
Cool.
Hopefully you remember what that means.
I do. I remember all my roll swaps, Mill.
All right. Well, what does that mean?
That means seat 5 is the saint.
Seat 5 is the saint. Oops. Let's just put seat 5 down as the saint, and you go talk to seat 4.
Hmm.
Hi Emma. What's up?
Hey, seat 4. What's up with you?
I'm the Undertaker. Of course, seat 12 kind of came out in town, so it didn't really help a whole lot.
What'd you see?
I saw Poisoner.
Yeah, they could just be the poisoner. So they're claiming outsider, which means if this is a Baron game, they could just be telling the truth. If it's not a Baron game, we get the poisoner dead. That's pretty exciting.
Yep, that sounds pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, there's I've heard of the librarian confirmed saint, plus I'm the butler, so I think we're just good on outsiders at this point. There's no reason. Like, either C12 is the poisoner and the saint and me, the butler, are good, or C12 is evil, in which case me and the saint are good.
I mean,
so
if C12 is good, then that means there's a drunk out there too, so we got to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Alright, sounds good, Emma. Bye. Alright, Emma, you come back to town square. Is there anybody you want to push on today?
Yeah, seat 11. That's the plan. We came up with this plan. It's actually a good plan.
I'm just asking who you want to push on today, being polite. Alright, you push on seat 11. You can nominate seat 11. What's your accusation?
No, seat 9 is nominated.
Oh, seat 9 nominates seat 11. And seat 9 says, yeah, I think they're probably evil. I'm the actual fortune teller. I've got a fortune teller yes on seat 11. And another player. I'd just like to kill seat 11. I think the other player might be good. I've talked to them. So this is kind of where I'm suspicious.
Yeah, let's vote on them. Let's kill him.
All right, so you vote on seat 11. A couple of other players vote on seat 11. And seat 11 is put on the block. Seat 11 says, I'm not evil. I'm the Slayer. So I guess I'm going to take my Slayer shot now since it looks like I'm going to die. I think I'm going to shoot...
7 might be a decent shot.
7? Okay, sure. I claim Slayer and I shoot seat 7. So seat 11 claims Slayer and they shoot the player in seat 7, who does not die. And then the player in seat 11 is executed and dies. And everybody goes to sleep. And the storyteller wakes you up, Emma. It seems like your constant roll swapping has at least helped not get you killed tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Let's check seats 1 and 3.
You check seats 1 and 3, and tonight you get a yes.
Cool. I think I'm probably the drunk here. I think this is the sort of revenge milk feels like having.
Night 3, yes. All right. You could be the drunk. It's certainly possible for you to be the drunk. You'll have to sort that out, I guess. The following morning, the player in you wake up and the player in seat 1 is dead. And the player in seat 1 goes running off to talk to the player in seat 4.
Perfect. Probably saw them as the Undertaker.
Who do you want to talk to, Emma?
Let's talk to seat 10. We haven't talked to seat 10 yet.
All right. You go over and talk to seat 10. Hi, Emma.
Hey, what's up?
I'm just the chef. I got a 1.
Chef with a 1. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. What are you?
Yeah, it's probably time to get serious. I've been doing a lot of roll swapping in this game. I'm the fortune teller, and yeah. So seat 11, that was roughly fortune teller. Yes, from me. The opposite side was seat 7.
Okay.
Who was Slayer shot. So that's fun. And then there's another fortune teller. Yes, it's actually isolated on seat 3 because seat 1 died in the night.
Interesting. So do you think we should kill seat 3? Or seat 7, maybe?
Kind of rather kill seat 3. Kind of rather kill seat 7. It's a little weird seat 7 is still alive after the Slayer shot. Now, if you have a chef 1, seat 7 could just be evil, and seat 11 could be a minion.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we can definitely kill seat 7 then.
Yeah, that's sort of where I am.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I'll mark them as the chef for you here, so that the viewers at home can play along. Chef with a 1. Seat 7 is the only player you haven't talked to yet. Would you like to chat with them, or shall we just make them evil? Okay.
I don't want to talk to them.
Hey,
what's up with you, buddy?
Hey, Emma. I'm kind of, not really sure what's going on in this game. What's going on with you? What do you got going?
Oh, I'm the fortune teller. I've been doing a lot of roll swaps, so if you heard fortune teller information, it's probably actually mine.
Oh, okay, great. I'm the washerwoman.
Who are you confirming?
I'm confirming seat 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw seat 6's roll.
Yeah, you did you?
Yeah, well, I saw it between seat 6 and seat 10, and seat 10 didn't claim it, so...
Cool.
Yep. Anything you want to share about your pings?
Well, if you're just the washwoman, I think it might be nice to kill you.
Am I in one of your pings?
Yeah, you are, and you got Slayer shot and didn't die in that. You don't think that's a little weird, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think seat 1 was claiming fortune teller. Seems like the evil team really wants to kill this fortune teller.
Yeah. Alright,
cool. Bye. You want to talk to anybody else, Emma?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright, cool. You want to nominate someone?
Yeah, seat 7.
Alright, you nominate seat 7. Why do you nominate seat 7?
That chef 1 with the monk and the washroom confirming each other, that's real juicy. Plus the fortune teller, yes. Plus not dying in the night after being Slayer shot.
Okay.
Sussy little seat 7.
Alright. Seat 1 says, hey, I just want everybody to know that I am the Raven Keeper, and I saw seat 4 as the spy.
Ooh, fun, I say. Fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your nomination, though, Emma. So you've nominated seat 7. Town seems torn on this, but you vote on it, I assume.
Yeah.
Seat 9 votes on it. Seat 10 votes on it. You vote on it, and you get a vote from seat 5 as well, and that's 4, which is enough to put seat 7 on the block. Seat 1 asks if anybody will nominate seat 4, and seat 6 nominates seat 4. Seat 6 passes the accusation of seat 1, who says, I'm the Raven Keeper, I died in the night. I saw seat 4 as the spy.
Yeah, I don't really... It's weird. It could be true. It feels like that's a poison kill.
Okay.
Spies shouldn't be bluffing Undertaker anyway, so I'm gonna be disappointed if you did something so basic.
Fair enough. The votes go around, and there's not enough votes to put seat 4 on the block. So seat 7 is executed and dies. And everybody goes to sleep. So it's your turn, Emma. Who would you like to pick?
Seat 6 and seat 9.
All right, you pick seat 6 and seat 9, and you get a yes. One of them is the demon.
Cool. Living poisoner, I'm the drunk. Possibly seat 6 is the Scarlet Woman.
You wake up the following morning, and the player in seat 5 is dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You're on 6 players alive. You've got pretty much all the claims you're going to get from anybody. What do you feel like doing here? What do you think is going on in this game, Emma?
There's 2 worlds. There's either seat 6 is the Scarlet Woman who caught her from seat 7, possibly seat 9, that seems less likely, or I'm the drunk. I think more likely the Raven Keeper is the drunk. It's a Scarlet Woman Baron game. So I do think it's quite possible. Well, it can't be Scarlet Woman Baron, because then there's no way. Seat 7 survived, and seat 11 is exactly the Baron, which works.
Why don't you talk us through it so the newer players can understand what you're thinking?
Sure. So there's a Chef one, which is interesting. That looks like seat 7 and seat 6. Seat 6 nominated to save seat 7. It didn't work. Seat 11 shot seat 7, so in a Scarlet Woman Imp game, which is what my information suggests is going on.
You nominated seat. Just to be clear, you nominated seat 7. Seat 6 nominated seat 4.
Yeah. Seat 6 nominated to try to save seat 7. Which also makes sense if they're really the washwoman confronting the monk. Possible the Chef one is seat 3 and seat 4. We should probably kill into that world today.
All right.
And probably kill seat 3 as the last really viable Chef 1 candidate. Sorry, you just can't get a Merriman with a Fortune Teller yes in a Chef 1 world with this setup.
Fair enough. So who does town kill today?
I want to kill seat 3.
All right, so you want to kill seat 3, so are you going to nominate seat 3?
Sure.
All right, you nominate seat 3. Seat 6, seat 9, seat 10. Vote on it. Do you vote on it?
Yeah, I don't like all those votes. No, pass. This is probably the wrong kill based on the... It could be the right kill, because 4 would be evil with 3.
3 is enough to put seat 3 on the block. Seat 4 nominates seat 6 and says, I think that seat 6 is evil here. I think we should kill seat 6. Seat 6 says, I am not evil. We need to break up the pair between seat 3 and seat 4. I think I trust seat 10, so seat 10 is probably good. So I think we should just leave this where it is. Neither seat 9 or seat 10 vote on this. but seat 3 has their hand up and seat 4 has their hand up. Do you vote on this? It would be a tie.
No, I'm not going to tie it.
All right, you don't tie it, and seat 3 is executed and dies, and you go to sleep.
Okay.
And in the night, you're woken to select 2 players.
Fun. We'll go with 9 and 10.
All right, you select 9 and 10, and you get a no. All right, you wake up the following morning, and the player in seat 10 is dead.
Oh, that's good.
What do you think is happening, Emma?
I don't see a 3 evil alive world. It would be so weird if it's seat 4, seat 6, and seat 9.
How come?
They're in 2 separate voting blocks on multiple days in a row. It doesn't work with the Chef 1, it doesn't work with my information. It requires too many drunks, basically.
All right.
Most likely seat 6 is the Scarlet Woman who caught it from seat 7. But we'll see.
All right. Well, Town's probably not killing today unless you really want to.
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
I asked seat 4 what they've gotten.
Seat 4 says, I am actually not the Undertaker. I am the soldier. I was just trying to bluff Undertaker with the outed recluse claim. Yep, I'm just a soldier. So I'll just change their token here to soldier. So anyway, I assume Town goes to sleep. All right. Who do you pick?
Let's go with seats 4 and seat 9.
You pick seat 4 and seat 9, and you get a yes on night 6.
Don't like that. My information's all over the place.
And you wake up the following morning to discover that the player in seat 6 is dead.
Well, I'll nominate seat 4.
All right. Why are we nominating seat 4?
This is just where my information is. There's enough other information that suggests seat 4 is a demon candidate.
Okay. Seat 4 seems like a demon candidate to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You nominate seat 4. And of course, we're going to execute seat 4 because that's the player you're picking to kill. And unfortunately, player in seat 4 was in fact the soldier. You were poisoned a couple of times in this game, Emma, and it is tricky with fortune teller information to figure out when you're poisoned. But knowing that seat 4 is not the demon, when do you think you were poisoned?
So obviously poisoned the night I picked seats 9 and 10.
You were definitely poisoned the night you picked seats 9 and 10, and you were also poisoned the night you picked seat 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Seat 9 is the Scarlet Woman who got away with a butler bluff for the entire game. The Recluse and Saint are real. The Raven Keeper, of course, is real. The seat 7 was the starting imp, and seat 6 was the starting poisoner who was killed last night because you and seat 4 were more suspicious as demon candidates, or so the starting Scarlet Woman who caught the imp thought.
Okay.
Yep, you were poisoned a couple times. You picked seat 9 and 6 together. If you had picked seat 6 and seat 4 last night, you would have gotten a no, and that would have pretty much doomed seat 9, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fortune teller information, again, tricky to parse. It can be poisoned sometimes. You might have been the drunk, right? You never hit your red herring or the recluse. Your red herring, by the way, was this. Oh, you did hit the red herring. The red herring was the Slayer in seat 11, who you hit, I think, with seat 6 at some point.
No, with seat 7, who was the starting
with seat 7, yeah, who was the starting imp. I think you hit them. I think you hit them together. Yep.
Wait, Milk?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't the Slayer shot kill the demon?
The Slayer was poisoned that night. Yep, that was the night the Slayer was. That was night 2. The night the Slayer was poisoned on night 2.
Very convenient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was. Well, sometimes stuff goes wrong, right? But you did suss out that the player in seat 7 didn't get killed after they were Slayer confirmed, which I thought was also quite good. because they were the demon, and they couldn't get confirmed. Something you and I have talked about before.
Yeah, alright. Alright, everyone, we are going to approach a character called the Baron, which a lot of people love and some people initially hate. So, Milk, tell me, why do you love Le Baron?
The Baron is my favorite character, period.
Crazy.
It is
Maybe
crazy.
you confused it with the Butler.
Maybe I confused it with the Butler. Well,
what do you think the Baron's ability is, Milk? Let's get to the bottom of this.
What do I think the Baron's ability is? I think that the Baron's ability is that two townsfolk turn into outsiders at the start of the game. On setup, two townsfolk become outsiders.
So you like it because it increases the odds of having a Butler, which is a challenge to go against because it's so powerful.
Sure, let's go with that. Yes, I like to make the game more challenging by adding a Butler.
Alright, so what are some of the pitfalls and problems a Baron might run into?
So, there's two sides to this. By adding two outsiders, it means that the town is going to be down to... Townsfolk rolls are going to be down to information, protection, confirmation, whatever, disruption rolls of various different types. But it also means that outsiders are probably going to get confirmed because the town is going to be able to figure out that the outsider count is higher than normal. So barons confirm outsiders, but remove townsfolk. Right? So they remove that powerful information. One massive pitfall that people who see the Baron token fall into constantly, and we have talked about it on the podcast before, is that they bluff outsider.
Why is it bad for Baron to bluff outsider?
Because there are already 4 outsiders in the game in a 12-player game. You have added outsiders to the game. In a game with base 2 outsiders, the Baron should not bluff outsider. Here are the reasons why. First, double claiming an outsider is not useful. Second, you could be doing anything else, like double claiming a townsfolk, which actually is useful, because even if it gets you killed, it probably also gets that townsfolk killed. Confirming that it's a Baron game by double claiming an outsider as the Baron confirms all of the outsiders. You might get killed, you might get seen as the Baron, and that might mean you might get seen as the Baron by like an Undertaker, and that might mean that you confirm all the outsiders. Or they go, oh, it's just a Baron claiming an outsider. It's a Baron game. You know, double claiming an outsider confirms other outsiders. You don't want town to know it's a Baron game. That's the trick to the Baron. The Baron is exceptionally powerful. Removes 2 townsfolk rolls, adds 2 outsider rolls. It confirms roles that people don't generally want to leave in the game that aren't as valued as the townsfolk roles. So those players being confirmed is sort of worse for town in general. And fundamentally, right, it makes it harder for the good team to solve the game because they have less information. So if there's a Baron in the game, the evil team needs to prioritize getting rid of the outsiders.
Okay. Interesting. I'll give you 3 points for that answer, Milk. I thought it was a nice, solid explanation of the why you shouldn't be bluffing it as an outsider.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no reason to do that. What can Baron do? The Baron can catch a star pass late in the game and become the imp and act as a safety net. If you have a good bluff, your bluff is working, you're socially trusted, then the Baron can be a great fallback place for an imp that needs to star pass. The Baron can, as I mentioned, double claim a powerful townsfolk. Just double claim the fortune teller or the empath. Maybe you get a townsfolk killed. Maybe you get 2 townsfolk killed. That's pretty good. Double claim the Slayer and confirm your demon by shooting them late in the game. You know, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. The Baron can also just act as an agent of chaotic information. Baron's claiming investigator or librarian or washerwoman. You could try to look like a drunk and try to make it seem like the drunk is in a different place than it is. There's all kinds of things you can do as the Baron. You could just be, if you fall into a good bluff and your imp is still alive and they don't star pass, you could just be the fall guy for your team. You can just be the scapegoat that everybody points at and goes, yeah, that's clearly the demon.
All right.
The other thing I should mention is that many storytellers like to put investigator pings on the Baron or put second townsfolk or librarian pings on the Baron because they consider the Baron to be fairly expendable. So you should watch out for having an investigator ping on you as the Baron.
Luckily, some storytellers, however, are cultured and understand that of all the minions on a Trouble Brewing script, the one who least wants to be seen by a Baron investigator is a Baron.
Is the Baron. Yeah, it confirms so many players if the Baron is seen.
Baron doesn't like it when you turn its hat into an alchemist bottle.
That's right. You do not want to tell the good team that there are 2 extra outsiders in play. It's incredibly powerful.
Yep. All right then, no. So, you're the Baron. You're woken up on night 1. You're told your demon is in seat 11. And then your fellow minion is in seat 7.
11 and 7. We'll just put the poisoner in for now. We don't know what they are.
Okay. Let's go to the Grim.
All right.
So, Milk, do you have a plan? What's your plan?
I don't have a plan, and I often don't come into games with a plan, especially in a role like Baron. And the reason is Baron wants to be adaptable. If I fall into a great bluff that just works, then I need to be able to catch a star pass later if the imp is suspicious. Right? If I fall into a double claim, I'm just going to push hard on that double claim. If I, whatever happens, I need to be able to roll with the punches. One of the things I love about Baron is that I can do so many things with it that it really is situational, and it plays to my strengths as a player, which is being adaptable.
Okay, so with that in mind, who do you want to talk to?
I'm going to lean over and whisper. I'm going to just lean over casually and just whisper to my imp and just whisper to them, Baron, and wait for a bluff. Because hopefully, since we're sitting next to each other, we can laugh and I can pretend to tell them a joke or something, just pretend to be chit-chatting, and they can hand me off a bluff. Or else they can just, text whisper me one in an online game.
They go, empaths, you can take Slayer, Mare. Ha ha ha!
Ha 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 ha! Well, I've been given a mayor bluff, and that is interesting. Do I want to roll with a mayor bluff, or do I want to take Slayer? I think a Slayer is an interesting bluff.
Okay.
I think a Slayer, for these, I would probably personally love to take the Mayor bluff. Me socially in the real world probably can't make a Mayor bluff work anymore. So I think I'd probably go with the Slayer bluff here.
What do you think of your demon taking empath?
My demon taking empath is not great for me because I assume they're either going to give a 1 on me in seat 12 to make us look like to make themselves look legit if they kill off an evil player and look legit as an empath with a 1, or alternately they're going to look really suspicious because a lot of people think empaths aren't real. In which case it makes me look a little bit better because if they're putting a 1 in there, like objectively I'm expecting my imp who's bluffing empath to give an empath 1 and not an empath 0. They shouldn't be covering for me. So either I'm going to look evil here, or they're going to make me look good. If they give an empath 0, that's bad because it makes it look like they're covering for me.
Okay.
So I'm not a huge fan of this empath bluff, but maybe the imp wants to pass. Maybe there's a Scarlet Woman. You can always bet on Scarlet Woman since it's about 50-50 to be in the game.
Okay. So, I'll give you 3 points for that answer. I think it's a nice, solid explanation of why the demon in this situation probably should have gone with Slayer or Mare.
Yeah, they probably should have taken Slayer, maybe Mayor, depending on how socially trusted they think they can be. A lot of experienced players won't, like if a fortune teller hits a Mayor and gets a yes, or if there's even any hint of a poisoner in a game, a lot of experienced players just won't go for a Mare Win. Mare Wins are pretty rare, so Slayer's probably the best demon bluff here. So I should probably expect to catch a star pass at some point, which means I can't just go freelancing. I actually have to look pretty good.
Okay, so I'm going to let you have information from up to 2 players plus the player in seat 7 who's your fellow minion.
Okay, great. So what's this player in seat 7, since you're giving me just their information?
They're the poisoner. They told you they poisoned seat 8.
They poisoned seat 8. Okay, great. Then I'll take information from seat 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Ooh, how fun. Seat 2 tells you they're the librarian confirming the recluse.
Librarian confirming the recluse. Okay, great. That's useful. They've seen a recluse. And you've confirmed, you've talked to your ping and confirmed them?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Talked to their ping and confirmed them. And seat 5 says, I've never been happier, for I'm the best roll in the blood on the Clocktower. No questions about it, I'm the butler.
Cool. So seat 5 is the butler, seat 2 is the librarian. I pretty much believe that. There's no real reason not to believe that. And when I go back to my seat in a real game, I, again, casually chatting with the player next to me, I'll mention that 2 is the librarian, and that 5 is the butler. If I can get it in without anybody else hearing, of course. Otherwise, I'll text whisper it in an online game, all in one text, so that it doesn't look like there's stuff flying back and forth.
Seat 3 nominates seat 7 and says, poisoner ping.
Okay, there's our investigator. It's fine.
Seat 7 goes, not the poisoner, just the mayor. Let's not kill the mayor day 1. Let's try to get a mayor win. It gets 5 votes. Do you vote? Were you one of those 5 votes?
Yes, I'm one of those 5 votes. I have to set myself up now. I basically have to play as the Scarlet Woman now, right? Like, I'm basically in a situation where I have to look like I'm the Scarlet Woman, and we have to push on I have to look like I'm voting on things that could be evil. So yeah, I'll vote on that.
Alright, seat 9 nominates seat 6 and says, fortune teller yes on seat 6 and 11. Let's kill them both and win the game.
Okay. Let's vote on seat 6. Yeah, we're definitely voting on seat 6, 100%.
Alright. Seat 6 gets 6 votes.
Okay. I'm not going to nominate anybody else. This seems like a really good idea.
Alright. Seat 6 is executed and dies. You all go to sleep. Alright, Milk, that night you wake up and you're told you're the imp.
Yep. I mean, that was almost 100% what was going to happen. And I'm basically going to be solo in a Trouble Brewing now. Because we're probably going to kill seat 7. Seat 11's dead, so now they're definitely going to chase that poisoner, because it looks like a star pass. So.
Okay. So, same deal as last time. I'm going to let you get perfect information from up to 2 players of your choice.
We'll get perfect information from seat 8, please.
Seat 8 is the Virgin, who wasn't nominated.
Okay, sounds good. And we'll get information from... we don't need to know what seat 6 was. Seat 9 is claiming fortune teller publicly, but might not be the fortune teller. But they're not the drunk. I think the Virgin could be the drunk here, potentially. Let's get seat 1.
Seat 1 tells you they're the Undertaker who saw Imp.
Undertaker who saw Imp. Okay, great. So they're the drunk. That's easy. Or they're the poison target from last night. Unclear.
Oh, I'll let you know the poison target for free. Seat 9 is poisoned, locked as long as seat 7 stays alive.
Got it.
Keep seat 7 alive, seat 9 will remain poisoned.
Okay, that's good to know. So seat 1 is the drunk. All right.
All right, Milk. You started in this game in a tricky situation. Your imp was caught in a fortune teller yes day 1 and immediately star passed. Your poisoner is in an investigator ping. Luckily, there's something going your way. The Undertaker saw seat 6 as the imp somehow, and you know they can't be the imp.
Yep. And that means the Undertaker is the drunk, which means I kind of... Oh, no, the Undertaker doesn't have to be the drunk. Seat 6 can be the recluse also. Although 2 didn't come out and say that Seat 6 was the recluse when they were put on the block.
Yeah, Seat 2 had no interest in saving Seat 6. A little weird for the librarian.
All right, so that means that Seat 12 and Seat 4 are the Saint and the Recluse in some order. So we'll just put 12 and 4 in as Saint and Recluse. This is pretty much a complete Grim.
I'm gonna give you 3 points for getting the Grim complete and correct. You have the complete correct Grim.
12 and 4 could be reversed, but I mean, it's fundamentally to me, it doesn't really matter.
Milk. So Seat 9 wants to nominate Seat 12, saying I have a fortune teller yes on 12 and 3. Do you vote on it?
Yeah, I'll vote on Seat 12, sure.
You're voting on the Saint? You don't think that'll make you look a little evil?
Oh, did they claim Saint?
They claimed Saint publicly.
Oh, they claim Saint publicly? No, I'm not going to vote on the Saint. No, if they're...
Right, no one votes on this. Seat 3 says, can we kill the poisoner in Seat 7?
I'll claim Slayer and shoot Seat 12.
Okay, you claim Slayer and shoot Seat 12. No effect. Seat 3 says, I'd really like to kill Seat 7. They are the poisoner, I think. Seat 2 is a confirmed top 4.
Seat 2 was your other investigator ping?
Yep.
I mean, are they going to nominate? I mean, are you nominating or what?
Seat 3 nominates Seat 7. Do you vote on it?
Yeah, I probably do have to. I hate to have to kill the fortune teller here. I'd rather them get more poisoned information. Okay, who has the fortune teller picked? So the fortune teller has picked 6 and 11, 12 and 3. There's a pretty good chance that they'll pick Seat 4 in the next group of people that they pick. So if they pick 4 in the next group of people that they pick, even if they pick me, I could let the fortune teller live, kill the Saint or the Virgin. I really need to kill the Virgin and the Saint. How many votes are on it when it gets to me?
When it gets to you, 2.
So the Virgin and the fortune teller have both voted on it?
Yeah.
Does anybody else have their hand up around the circle?
Yeah, Seats 3, 2, 4.
So it looks like there's 5 on it?
Yeah.
I don't need to vote on it because it looks like there's 5 votes on it.
Okay.
That would look like me trying to push extra votes on it potentially. So rather than voting on it here, I'll just let it go. I mean, it's already going to go through. It's already got 5 votes. There's nothing I can do to prevent it from having 5 votes. Seat 2 and 4 are going to vote together basically for the rest of the game. The investigator's going to push on this every day. I'm also not going to vote to try to lift them.
Alright, Seat 7 nominates Seat 2, says, I'm good. Don't know how Seat 2 got their thing right, but I'm good. Seat 2 is probably evil here.
Okay. Has anybody put their hands
vote? Up? Sure, we'll say 12, 1, and 5 all have their hands up along with Seat 7.
I can't put my hand up because it'll look like a tie. It'll look like I'm trying to tie it. I would love to save the poisoner here.
Okay.
But I'm so early in the problem is I'm so early in the voting for Seat 7, right? Like I'm very early in the voting, and it will be really obvious if I raise my hand. I can't do that here. I have to just go this alone now.
Okay. Well, Seat 7 is executed and dies.
Yep, that's rough for me.
You go to sleep. So, pick a player.
So this is the really hard choice, whether or not to kill the fortune teller or the virgin here. I can try not killing the fortune teller and let them get a ping on 2 players that could potentially include me. They haven't checked me yet. Checking a spent slayer is less likely to be something that they would potentially look at. That doesn't necessarily look like a demon, especially because I shot at a saint. They've already checked 12. I've got to I'm going to have to take a chance here. And the chance I have to take is that they're going to pick the recluse and one of the other players, either 1 or 5. That's going to make it look like a recluse ping, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I've already got a poisoned ping on 12 and 3. So I don't necessarily care if there's another pair of yeses. Like, that would be 6 yeses for the fortune teller. I think we kill the virgin here. I think I'm going to kill seat 8 and take the chance. If they pick me, they pick me. That's unfortunate. If they get a yes on me in seat 4, then I can sell it as... Oh, we lost Emma.
Oh, no.
You're all right. Anyway, if they get a yes on me in seat 4, I can just say, look, it's seat 4 is the recluse, you know. Like, I could try to sell something. The only bad thing is if they pick me and not the recluse. Even then, I might be able to sell because there's a poisoner in the game that I could be a red herring. That's a lot, or the other person could be a red herring, depending on who they pick. So I'm going to take this risk. This is more my play style than it is like necessarily optimal play. But I think this is a risk worth taking because if I can make it through one more day, I'm in pretty good shape. I can kill off other players that look suspicious.
So you kill the virgin. I'll give you 3 points for that. I like that a lot. The virgin's very dangerous here.
Yeah, I can't let the librarian get confirmed. That makes the recluse just objectively good, and I can't let that happen. I can't let the investigator get confirmed. Like, I need the drunk to be floating.
Yeah. All right. You wake up. Seat 1 says, guys, we just killed the mayor."
Every time.
Seat 9 says, "I have a fortune teller. Yes, it's on seat 1 and seat 5.
Fortune teller, yes, on seat 1 and seat 5. Okay. Sorry. Seen as imp. I just want to put this seen as mayor. Yeah, so we know that the Undertaker's the drunk. Seat 5 might be the red herring. The drunk Undertaker could be the red herring as well. It doesn't really matter objectively for us, but now we know where the fortune teller red herring is. Also, it means that probably seat 4 is in the next fortune teller pick, so we may not have to worry about the fortune teller picking again. So we've got a fortune teller yes between 11 and 6, then a fortune teller yes between 12 and 3, then a fortune teller yes between 1 and 5. So the next one can be between me and the recluse, between 2 and 4. Like, they're fortune teller yeses are now not that meaningful. There's so many people who have fortune teller yeses on them, so I don't have to worry about the fortune teller anymore. In fact, I can probably frame them.
Okay.
I don't really need to talk. I'll talk to seats. I'll get the info from seat 6 just because it's a blank on my grid.
Now, Milk. This is a Baron game, of course. You started as the Baron. I note all the outsiders are still alive. Does that concern you? When we gave you your 3-point answer at the start, you talked about how you need to be killing outsiders.
It does concern me. It means that I'm framing not. It means that I'm framing not the outsiders, but nobody knows that it's a Baron game, right? So I can frame the butler, who's not confirmed. I can frame the librarian and the recluse together as a pair, which means that the saint and the butler are both good. The two good outsiders. Like, the drunk is still somewhat hidden, so I can still potentially frame an outsider. The next kill I'm making is the saint. I'm going to kill the saint because the saint would die. There's Slayer confirmed. Like, I might be able to sell that this is a spy game also, so that the librarian could also be evil. There's still a lot of space to work here, but I'll kill the saint next, and I'll probably kill one of the recluse or the butler, whichever one is less trusted after that.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good stopping point. And I'm sorry I took away your Baron game and made you an imp.
No, I expected it, to be honest. As soon as the imp was bluffing empath, I mean, we called it kind of. But I think
we did.
I don't know who town kills today. Probably not the recluse. They might kill seat 3 or seat 2 just because of the poison, like the poisoner ping. They may go after one of those two, especially if the Undertaker sees 7 as the mayor. So if they kill into the investigator ping, they'll kill seat 2. Then I kill the saint. Then the next night, it doesn't. The fortune teller probably gets a yes on me and the recluse. Who cares? Like, it doesn't even matter at that point. Or on the librarian and the recluse. Like, fortune teller yeses don't matter. We're probably framing the fortune teller. We kill the butler after that, or the recluse. Depends on who town kills. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think something I wanted to demonstrate was, like, the dangers of just doing chaos plays as a Baron is you are the minion who doesn't cost the evil team an ability to turn into the demon. You're the ideal Star Pass candidate.
Baron does not want to just do chaos. You have to... Let's talk about chaos plays for a second, actually, Emma. This is probably a good spot. In fact, why don't we just hop into the monastery real quick, because the Grim's not that relevant to this. Let's talk about chaos plays. Chaos plays can be fun, right? Doing quote unquote chaos is a fun thing that you can do in a game of Blood on the Clocktower. But if you watch Emma play, if you watch me play, we don't do things without a reason, right? There's a reason we claim the things that we do. There's a reason that we do the things that we do. We are making plays intentionally that seem chaotic, but are not. We're making plays that we think will help our team win, right? So just because something seems chaotic doesn't mean it doesn't have intent. I know Emma and I kind of both agree on this to some extent. When newer players, I think, watch streams and they see more experienced players doing things that they don't quite understand, or that seem silly, or that seem random, they assume they assume there's no intent behind it. They assume it's chaos for chaos's sake, people just having fun and being silly. But if you talk to experienced players after a game where they've done something that seems chaotic, they can tell you usually exactly why they've done it. And the reasons might vary between players, but most of the time, it's not just because. Most of the time, it has some meaning behind it. I don't do silly stuff just to do silly stuff most of the time. Sometimes I do, and it's okay to just be silly sometimes just to be silly. But if you're really trying to play, if you're really trying to be strategic, if you're really trying to win with your team, just pure chaos usually will result in your death and you having less of an effect on the game.
Alright, I agree with all that. Now, unfortunately, 9 points is not enough for a new certificate, Milk.
Yeah, it wasn't. There weren't a whole lot of points on the shelf there.
No, there wasn't. So you'll stick at 2 certificates.
I don't know what these certificates do or what they're for, everybody, but we're gonna find out together eventually.
Alright.
Well, I think we'll see you all next week.